Hi, I'm Chef AJ and welcome to my kitchen. Every day this week I am going to show you a healthy, delicious, and easy to prepare recipe from the Forks Over Knives meal planner. And today I'm going to be making Aloo Gobi. So I have a pot on the stove and I've already preheated it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my onions. Now don't worry, I am going to type the recipe exactly below, so I'm not going to give you the exact verbal measurements because I really don't remember them. But what's really great about the Forks Over Knives annual meal planner is you can print out the recipe, you can get it on your phone using the QR code, it generates a shopping list, you can multiply it by 2 or 4, you can cut the recipe in half. It's so easy to customize if you have food allergies, sensitivities, intolerances, or preferences. And the recipes are delicious. They're chef curated, low in fat, low in sodium, and delicious. So I've got my onion in here and I'm just gonna kind of move it around a little bit. This is a non-stick pan. I recommend you always use the best pan you can afford. If you're not comfortable with non-stick, good stainless steel is also an option. And I'm doing now what's called dry sauteing, and I'm gonna do it for a couple of minutes. Now, if this sticks, let's say you're not using a non-stick pan, or you can do this anyway, you just take the tiniest bit of liquid, like 1 tablespoon, 2 at the most, of either water or vegetable broth. I'm just using a low sodium broth from Sprouts, but there are some brands you can get no sodium. And you just add a little bit of it at a time. And that's really all you have to do. You really never need oil to cook. And especially if you're trying to save calories, lose weight, or reverse heart disease, you don't want to have processed oils. If you do eat fat, you want them in their whole food form, like from nuts and seeds and avocado, in moderation, of course. So I'm only going to do this for about 1 to 2 minutes, and I can always add a little bit of liquid as I go. One of the things I recommend when you cook is to have everything ready before you start. It's a term called mise en place in French. It literally means everything in its place, and it's the first thing they teach you in culinary school. And that makes cooking a breeze. Instead of running around all over the kitchen looking for this spice or that tool, everything is done and everything is prepped. So you can see in just a couple of minutes how nicely brown my onions are getting, and I can keep doing this if I want. I mean, I can get them completely caramelized with this technique, but this isn't necessary to do that for this recipe. So these are looking really nice. I can also tell that they're sounding really nice. And now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients, which I've measured out. I've got my low sodium vegetable broth. I've got a can of the fire roasted tomatoes. I like the fire roasted better, but you could use regular, and these happen to be salt free. I'm going to add a bag of cauliflower florets. What I love about the Forks Over Knives meal planner, one of the many things I love, is they give you measurements both in cups and ounces. Being a professional chef or having worked in a restaurant, everything was done by weight, not by cups, so I really appreciate having the ounces there as well. And then I've got my cubed sweet potatoes and Yukon Gold, and of course my measured spices, which are a wonderful blend of Indian spices, which you'll be able to find in the recipe below. So I'm just going to mix all that wonderful, healthy deliciousness up a bit, and what I'm going to do is bring this to a boil. Just want to get everything. Oh, it already smells so good. Anytime you use Indian spices like curry and garam masala, it just smells wonderful. And we're just going to get that. We want to bring that to a boil, so I'm going to cover it. It's almost there. And then when it reaches a boil, I'm going to reduce the heat to medium. I'm going to let it simmer for 15 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So 15 minutes have elapsed. I asked Alexa to remind me, and now I'm going to just turn the heat off, and you can just come look how beautiful this looks. Most of the liquid has been reduced. The cauliflower and the potatoes and the sweet potatoes are all perfectly cooked. It's aromatic. I wish you could smell it. I really wish you could taste it. And so let me show you how to serve it. I always have rice in the house of all different colors, so I just cooked up a batch of some basmati brown rice. This is so hearty, so satisfying, and then just take a big scoop. Now, let me just tell you something. It does call for some green peas, which would add a beautiful color to this, but I am allergic to peas, so what's great about the Forks Over Knives meal planners, you don't have to use things that you don't like or can't have. It's still gonna look absolutely beautiful because what we're gonna do is just garnish it with a little bit of cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, of course, don't use it, or maybe use some Italian parsley. Really, after getting everything ready, this took about 15 minutes to make. You can have a healthy, low-fat, low-sodium, nutritious, delicious, satisfying meal. Thanks so much to the Forks Over Knives meal planner for allowing me to show you their recipes this week. I hope you'll take advantage of the free offer by clicking the link below and giving this a try. I think it will really add a lot to your recipes. Take care.